a rock musical romantic drama about vampires directed by a former cast member of You Can't Do That on Television. Bright side, at least it's not Rent.
I see a blue sky and clouds of white. I see a bright day turn into night with my rose-colored eyes. I hear a lovebird whistle a tune as wildflowers begin to bloom with my rose-colored eyes. With my rose-colored eyes, red, yellow, orange, and green, purple and tangerine. Oh, I can see a colorful world. Oh, violet, pink, and blue, a brilliant golden hue is shining through a colorful world. We live in a colorful world. We live in a colorful world. I hear the children laugh and play under a rainbow, a blessed day, with my rose-colored eyes. The friendly faces passing by are saying hello, waving goodbye with my rose-colored eyes. With my rose-colored eyes, red, yellow, orange, and green, purple and tangerine. Oh, I can see a colorful world. Oh, violet, pink, and blue, a brilliant golden hue is shining through a colorful world. We live in a colorful world. We live in a colorful world. My troubles melt like fields of snow. The moon and stars all begin to glow with my rose-colored eyes. With my rose-colored eyes, red, yellow, orange, and green, purple and tangerine. Oh, I can see a colorful world. Violet, pink, and blue, a brilliant golden hue is shining through a colorful world. We live in a colorful world. We live in a colorful world.
Welcome to A Very Strange Place. I'm Avery Strange, the world's first reviewing android. And Twilight reference. There we go. Contractual obligation fulfilled. On with the review. I Kiss the Vampire is one of those movies that's just fantastic in the mere fact that it exists. It's just fantastic in the fact that such a movie can be made. It's not fantastic in any other sense of the word. And here's where I'd normally put in some background on how I Kissed a Vampire came into being, but I can't really find any. The Wikipedia page is nothing but positive reviews, which is the delirious catcall for written by a member of the production. And the Facebook page is nothing but advertisements. And over 100,000 likes? Sweet buttery fuck, if you crunch the numbers on that, that means that the entire population of Athens, Georgia is a preteen girl, and yes, I actually crunched the numbers on that. In fact, let me share with you a little quote from the Wikipedia page. I Kissed a Vampire is what would happen if Glee and Twilight had a love child. Look, Wikipedia, honey, I know you're crowd edited and sometimes you get confused, but that is not a compliment. The last time Glee and Twilight were in the same sentence together was a suicide note.
Dylan? Dylan?
You want me to walk out early on this one, don't ya?
Your so-called life is far too complicated. So welcome to this humble world I've created.
Wait, the lead singer of Panic at the Disco is a vampire? Huh. Here I thought only his career was dead.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing a damn door, no?
Thanks for seeing me.
Of course. Vampire nightmares can be very traumatic.
The Human Centipede was very traumatic. That was a major motion recreation of my shameful record purchases back in elementary school. This pasty-faced twerp here is Dylan, and after his nightmares he goes to a psychologist to exposit about his whole being a vampire thing and ask for advice. He got bitten by an Asian foreign exchange student who kept tossing around sexual innuendos, and it's certainly a good thing Asian schoolgirls aren't sexualized or anything, or this scene would be really offensive, and I swear to God, if you tab away to Pornhub, I will suck the blood out of one of the few parts of the human body that isn't an erogenous zone.
Well, Dylan, it looks like your incisor splitting your jaw. The pain must be intense.
Is there anything you can do?
Not really.
I want to be normal.
Well, we could grind them. God, I love that sound.
Well, I'll give it this much. This movie certainly has a talent for causing things pain.
Be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane.
Dylan's biggest problem isn't the fact that they're trying to rip off Little Shop of Horrors. No, it's the fact that he hasn't told his girlfriend, or possibly best friend, Sarah yet. Which is a problem in a movie with such subtle symbolism. Do you get it? Vampirism is like sex. I'm deconstructing the metaphor for you because it's so subtle.
Sorry about that.
Is anything wrong?
No, I've got, a cold sore. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to catch anything.
I am getting some serious first date flashbacks. And you know what that means? It's time for our first musical number. Sarah isn't a bad singer, but the tiny budget of the production is very obvious, what with the unimaginative choreography, and the fact that they could only afford about 10 extras. Seriously, this is the most empty fucking carnival I've ever seen. Did a zombie apocalypse happen off stage and nobody told the actors? Why are all the backup singers auto-tuned? Did you discover that none of them could sing, or do you just hire Cybermen to do the vocals?
Sweet and pure though I might seem, you don't know what's inside of me. You'll find out that I am so much more.
Oh, and in case you can't figure out what she's singing about,
Shut up and sleep with me, come on, why don't you sleep with me? Shut up and sleep with me, come on.
yeah, that's her main character trait for about half of this picture. I swear, you could save yourself a hell of a lot of trouble if you just bought the poor girl a vibrator.
Hi, it's Sarah.
Finally, a non-idiotic greeting!
Hey, Sarah.
But not quite. Leave a message.
Good thing turning into a vampire gives you buckets of eyeshadow. It makes it very... Hey, vampire. Fuck off!
This dark place in my head, I'm all alone, my dreams are dead. So scared cause I don't crave to be a bat, live in a cave. This sudden enemy has got its teeth in me. Lost boy, what can I do? Cause just Just one kiss means the death of you. I can't get you out of my head. Life is cursed, now I'm worse than dead. Slave to the blood that I crave instead. I can't get you out of my head. If I touch your lips, you'll wind up dead. Love, stupid blood, that's the life I dread. I can't get you out of my head.
What? Just because it isn't good doesn't mean I technically can't like it. After his musical number about how much he wants to bang her, Dylan wakes up and accidentally pricks his own finger. He tastes his own blood and...
Oh, it's an acquired craving. Kind of like Indian food.
Oh, fuck me.
You're the dude from the nightmare.
That's me.
What? How the hell did you get in here?
Isn't it obvious? Vampires can teleport now. And just walk straight into people's houses. Blood Rain, I'm sorry. Please come back to me.
Come on, dude, I fly. I get inside. I have special powers. You know, you really need to get out more.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, the name's Trey. Sylvania.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Funny. You're kidding, right?
Do I look like I'm kidding?
No, you look like a former cast member of Another Cinderella Story.
When you're out of step,
Now go make the lamb chops. Mother's very hungry.
You've been crying? Or are you just naturally puffy?
sometimes it's better to make your own moves.
Oh, blessed be IMDb. So, Trey Sylvania used his magic powers to hear Dylan whining about being a vampire, so he's here to teach Dylan how to be cool. Feel free to laugh, it makes the hurting stop.
You look so pale. Like you've seen a ghost. Or a vampire.
Alright, it's been 10 seconds since the last musical number, and here I was starting to develop a positive opinion about life in general. God damn it, strange is my word. I'm gonna have to change the fucking title and everything. A very kind of off-putting place, maybe?
The very first time you look at a vampire, it's terribly terrifying, taboo and so exciting.
Are you fucking with me, vampire?
Except for just one moment, we live the way we live.
I think that's the vampire way of saying, check your privilege.
The very first time alone with the vampire, the party from dusk to dawn.
I remember.
One prick and then you're gone, gone, gone.
Oh, I'm sure this movie has more than one prick. Maybe the first two musical numbers might have convinced you that the music is dumb, but catchy. And then this happens, which is like interrupting a delicate plate-spinning routine with something that shatters plates. Damn, analogies are really slipping. Anyway, Dylan still doesn't want to be a vampire, despite the musical number, and then Sarah comes a-knocking. Gosh, 3's company, 4 is a goddamn vampire.
What party?
It's gonna be killer. You should come. What do you say?
Sure.
What are you doing to her?
Just like that. I'm helping her make up her mind.
She doesn't need any help. Don't listen to him.
It's okay, Dylan. Let's live a little.
Yes, that's right. Trey is now mind-controlling Sarah. Keep that in mind. The movie certainly doesn't.
Trey Sylvania has arrived. The party can now begin.
Oops, you used the wrong music. Don't worry, I'll fix it.
Fangs were flying, capes were torn. Hell hath no fury like a vampire scorn. #1 rule in this game: never call one by its real name. shoes, no pull, top hats were crushed by pointy boots in a rush. And Boris at the bar orders a bud and says it's just another night at the Vampire Club.
Trey takes Dylan and the mind-controlled Sarah to a vampire club, and they hang out with the local color. And then they force Sarah to drink alcohol. And then this happens!
I feel warm all over.
Oh, great. Now you're melting your mind.
No, that's what you're gonna do, kid. What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for whatever you've done to her to wear off. I'm not gonna take advantage of her like this. She's a zombie.
I mean, just look at her. She's like a juicy, ripe tomato.
I don't want her like this.
She wants you. You know, if you don't make a move now, she's gonna feel rejected.
Look, people, I know it's confusing because mind control isn't real, and Literotica has mind control and non-consent in 2 different sections, which is confusing and upsetting in about 6 different ways, but doing anything sexual to somebody who physically cannot give consent is rape.
Okay, I'll stop it if you just kiss her already. Come on.
Okay, fine.
I want to punch this movie in the soul. Dylan doesn't go through with it, but not for lack of trying, and you know what that means? Buffy breaks in and stakes every single motherfucker in the room. Wait, no, I mean another song. Damn it.
Oh my, I wonder if those are the gay people. There is a slight possibility.
No, she can't say no because you're mind controlling her. Jesus Christ, say what you want about Edward Cullen, at least he wasn't a fucking date rapist. Oh, thank God, somebody shut him up.
You okay?
I think so. But what did he mean by "you're the bite"? And who are all those other girls? And
I'll be right back. So, after the cleansing fire has burned off the first 3 layers of unclean, we cut to the next day, with Dylan trying to explain all this to his psychologist. Or maybe this is all a flashback? Oh, fuck it, I don't get paid enough to decipher this movie's bizarre time scheme.
I'm tired of playing it safe. You know, like, don't you ever want to do something crazy? Like, get a weird tattoo, or dye your hair green, or...
Aw, they're being nonconformist. It's cute.
Got a weird sensation, an evil temptation, thoughts about the victims I'd pick. I start to grin and gloat and fantasize about ripping throats and ending life.
One day I'll get to review something with actual artistic merit, and it's still somehow gonna have rape in it. This song just confuses me. The rest of the movie plays vampirism as a metaphor for sex, but this song makes specific mention to ripping throats and ending lives. That's less a metaphor and more of cut somebody open and fuck the wound.
Dylan, what's happening to me?
It's okay. We just broke out into a little number.
Oh, fuck me, it's self-aware. Dylan finally breaks the news to Sarah and tells her that they're both vampires, and she decides that they need to find a cure, which, if we're continuing the sex as vampirism metaphor, is the equivalent of offering sexual castration when your partner mentions that they're all dewy. Huh.
I'm gonna hold my head up high. Living in this darkness is so wrong. I'm gonna give our life a try, even though we've come to this, and move on.
Cue completely pointless musical number. That doesn't affect the plot even a little. Thank you for wasting our time.
All you gotta do is try.
No, try not. Do or do not. There is no try.
Hey, quick question. Is she still under mind control? Because you kind of left out a scene where she said that she isn't, and that's kind of an important piece of information.
I've got the remedy.
Come see Dr. Dan the Venom Man.
I've got everything that you need.
Poison is my passion.
He's got the remedy. He's got everything that we need.
999-789-8798.
Poison is my passion.
www.venomman.com. Poison is my passion.
Sweet merciful cracker, what is this?
Excuse me, Dr. Dan Helsing?
Dr. Dan Helsing? Dr. Dan Helsing? This is the dumbest thing to be done to the Van Helsing name. This is the second dumbest thing to be done to the Van Helsing name. We're subjected to odious comic relief before we get to the meat of the scene. The rate of turning into a vampire is determined by how strong the vampire is. So while Dylan's vampire was a pansy, which is why he's still a pansy, Trey is very powerful for a vampire, and Sarah doesn't have much time left. Oh, and remember the whole mind control thing?
Shh. I can hear him. It's like he's calling me.
What is going on?
She can't control herself. He's in her head.
Yep, Sarah is still under mind control. She has a psychic rapist literally living inside of her head. Oh, fuck it, I've heard of worse reasons for a musical number.
There's something in the thing you do, that you do. Baby, I am feeling you. In your brain and I'm in your veins. You can't say no and you can't let go.
Good God, every single musical number sounds exactly the damn same. Can't we throw in something new? Mix it up, a guitar ballad, a disco track, an acoustic love song, anything. Or hell, just go all Les Miserables on our ass and film an entire musical number from the neck up.
Well, come on, let's give her the serum, let's do it.
Whoa, cowboy. This isn't just like popping an aspirin. I told you, we're going to need vampire DNA in order to perfect the serum.
So what, we're gonna have to kill the guy?
We can't do that. Can we?
Why does everyone go there? It's so medieval. We're talking science, people. All I need is a blood sample.
Oh, all you need is a blood sample. Let's just have a blood drive, see if he shows up.
Why don't you just prick his finger? I just need a drop.
Just a drop?
Just a drop.
Oh, fuck me, it's looping.
Well, how are we gonna find him?
Didn't I just sit through a whole song about this or what? You're connected. Telepathically.
Don't you dare start getting clever on me.
Well, I mean, he is kind of a train wreck, but he's our only train. I think we have to go for it.
You're saying that we have to choose him?
Mm-hmm.
That line needs to be beheaded on a pike as a show to the others.
Well, Doc, I think we're out for blood.
Another musical number? It's been 10 seconds since the last one. Can we at least have some quiet drama scenes in between cockslapping the corpse of music?
You better go get it.
That man should be banned from making noises.
Don't know if I can find a way, or if we possess the skill to fight this evil underworld. Only know we can't stand still.
The movie's given up on itself, hasn't it?
Now go! I'm tired of air guitaring and hip gyrating. You gotta go before she turns.
Oh god, there's just so much to make fun of in every single line. Anyway, they psychically ring for Trey, who teleports in and takes them back to the castle from Bikini Time Machine. Look, As long as they don't give Trey breast implants, I'm fine with that.
Trey's castle comes complete with hot and cold running goth, and Dylan and Sarah stay over for dinner. Until... oh lord.
Hey, konnichiwa.
Is that racist? Can we get the racism scorecard out to find out if that's racist or just goddamn stupid?
He gives Sarah a necklace, which is a cross, but quite frankly, if that was the only thing they fucked up with vampires, I would take it as a goddamn present. While Trey runs off to go woo his #1 vampire Luna, Sarah and Dylan try to come up with a plan.
Well, that went well. What do we do now?
I don't know, but he's up to something.
But what if, literally playing devil's advocate, he's actually trying to help us?
Gee, what a stupid idea. It's almost as though she is under mind control. Wake the fuck up!
Come on, Luna, it was just a gesture. You know I don't care about what's her neck.
You're supposed to be the Prince of Darkness, not Santa Claus.
Wait. Are you trying to say that Trey Sylvania is Satan? And his styrofoam castle is hell?
Oh, you are the most evil being on the planet.
Anyway, after you're done castrating neighborhood strays, or whatever the hell else you do to calm down, we cut to Dylan and Sarah discussing more plans to get Trey's DNA. Or, as he's otherwise known, Lucifer!
Well, that's easy. Girls. Have you not seen the place?
Well, who does that help? No, that is a bad idea. We are not using you as bait.
Come on, Dylan. I can do this. It's the only way to get close to him.
You are under mind control. You're not allowed to suggest plans anymore.
Trey comes along to separate the two, and Luna takes Sarah off to give her a makeover. Oh, wait, did I say makeover? I meant musical number.
Shall we? Miss Apple Pie, yeah, she's so nice, too sweet to be into vice. So refined and so demure, her look, the perfect cure.
Why is the poster singing? You're a wizard, Trey Sylvania.
And meanwhile, what is Dylan doing? He's gotten dragged off to one of the vampire groupies to get banged in a room that is apparently made out of fever dreams.
And cue the third act breakup.
Dylan? Dylan? Sarah? Oh, I'm so worried. I don't want to fight.
Neither do I.
Wait, is that lipstick?
Like fucking clockwork.
Sarah delivers a sadder version of her "Gosh, I wanna get banged" song. Only this time, Trey is around to pick her up on the offer, which, yes, is exactly as rapey as it sounds.
Pick up.
Dr. Light.
Oh, thank God, Dr. Light.
Dylan.
Yes, so Sarah and I had this crazy plan. It's gone totally wrong, and now everything is horrible.
Are you calling your goddamn therapist? You are bad at things. Okay, now I believe this is hell.
So yeah, Dr. Dan is here to deliver his motivational speech and tells Dylan to use his magical vampire powers to find her.
Gotta dig down deep. Gotta dig down deep.
Something inside that I found showed me the way, got it all figured out now.
I said magical vampire powers, not a musical number.
Do or die, you gotta dig down deep. Eye for eye, I'm gonna dig down deep. You gotta dig down deep. Down. Do or die, you gotta dig down deep.
After that bout of pointlessness, Dylan can start psychically picking up Sarah, and he tries to teleport there.
Operative word being try.
Meanwhile, Sarah discovers that the only reason Trey is interested in her is because she looks like a postcard he owns. Yes, that is really the only reason he's doing this.
But she makes out with him anyway because she is under mind control and this is rape. Seriously, did nobody on the production realize this?
You sure know how to crash a party, don't you, kid? All right, that's it. This party's over. Come on, Sarah. Let's get out of here.
Who are you?
To be fair, Dylan isn't very memorable. After Dylan tries and fails to smack Trey a couple times, Sarah finally smacks out of her whammy long enough to bite the smarmy son of a bitch, and Dr. Dan uses the blood to finish the cure.
What the hell is that? It's a cure. A cure. From a Helsing. You know that Helsings don't cure vampires. They kill them.
Well, actually, we got out of that racket a few generations ago, but thanks for remembering.
Of course, that would be actually interesting. Now that they have their cure, Dylan teleports them out. I said he teleports them out. I said he Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
That's untested, right?
Technically.
Well, then I have to do it first.
Wait, I thought the DNA had to come from whoever sired you. If not, why didn't you just use any vampire DNA? Oh, fuck it, I don't care. The movie's almost over. Just lie back and think of Angelus.
Sarah, come on, baby. Sarah. I love you.
Please stop Frenching the unconscious woman. Jesus fuck. Could somebody please count every time this woman is taken advantage of? It's like they were running some kind of cross-promotion with roofies.
You know, Helsing, I never did like science until we dissected frogs.
And then Dr. Dan Helsing was torn apart limb from limb by vampires. Hey look, happy ending! It turns out the cure didn't quite work for Dylan because not only is he still a vampire, he manages to cast force field and teleport him and Transylvania to hell. Nah, the movie's just weird. Now that Dylan is finally confident and mildly competent, Trey is finally done and decides to let the two go and Hey, Helsing, you're supposed to be getting torn apart limb from limb. Get back to that. The cure apparently only worked halfway, and now Dylan and Sarah are half vampires now. Oh, fuck it, I don't care. The credits are almost here.
Now, about that other issue. This tendency to spontaneously burst into song and dance to express your feelings. Have you resolved that?
Well, we're seeing this guy named Sweet, but I think he's actually making things worse.
All those hearts lay open that Mustang, plus some customers just like I'm busting.
So, that was I Kissed a Vampire. How was it? Insulting. It's so freaking juvenile and remarkably toothless for something that literally goes to hell. The script has a special combination of smug and squeaky clean that made High School Musical so unbearable. Its budget and lack thereof shows through the set design and terrible costuming. It's the biggest insult to vampires since the last insult to vampires. The songs are generic and inoffensive, but to their credit, the cast can sing and the acting isn't too bad. Except for Dan, and Trey, and Luna, and all the other vampires. And the extra... Wait, I was trying to be nice to this movie. And you know, at the end of the day, reviewing something this stupid just really makes me wish I could look at something with artistic merit and metaphor and... Wait. Oh god. Okay, I got this. If we assume that vampirism is a metaphor for sexuality, as held and proven over and over again by countless scenes and characters, we can then see Dylan and Sarah as the archetypal teenagers, experiencing this for the first time in the vampire trait not only being sexual, but indeed a living embodiment of sexuality itself, which is where one would generally expect the film to discount the sexual and expand the chase, but the main character exposing a return to humanity is Dr. Dan, a character generally regarded as unintelligent, unhygienic, and generally repugnant by the other characters. And even Dylan, when he is bemoaning their situation, is regarded as whiny or offensive, and at the end they reveal Trey as just as petty and offensive as the human characters with his pointless obsession with a mere postcard. So, at the end, our two protagonists discover that the only true option is a medium between the two, half vampire, half human, half sexual, half chaste, viewing their sexuality in moderation, and are praised rather than all the characters who fall on one side or the other. From this, we can tell that the author of the text is simply preaching moderation, instead of uptight conservative values or wanton trollopness.
And yes, I just got deconstructive and metatextual and I kissed a fucking vampire. Leave me on a beat.
Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar bill.